Alright, BobalosRex here. And spoilers ahead. Um, it's gonna kind of be apparent in the thumbnail, but heads up, this is about the Harronir and what they are. If you've seen a trailer, you would have seen a Harronir, and that's why I want to talk about the Harronir. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what we know about the Harronir, what we don't know about the Harronir, and my theories about the Harronir. Because I'm thinking within the next couple of patches, we're going to know more about the Harronir, so now's the time to get out theories. So, let's get into it. So, I'm going to try to do this in a different way by bringing up stuff like this. But first, hold up. So this is the Harronir area. This is the Harronir area that we see, but this isn't, okay, where they all live. Okay? Apparently, there's more. Okay? And if I fly up, hold up. See? I fly up, there's a big old green hole up here that definitely feels like something. And this is a ruptured lake. And this is a big fissure. And these are roots. So one of the main things we know about the Harronir are that they are... This is like 99.9% the Alunathier roots. So if you know about Alunathier, it's a tree planted by Anar from a branch, from a staff that she was given by... Oh, for sure, this has to be lead into a new area. Oh my god, no shot it doesn't. Okay, so Alunathier, the trees of Alunathier, planted in the ground. Amanthul pulled it up. He said no. And clearly it left a rift, but it also left roots. And in the book, it talked about a mysterious race. Well, guess what? Meet the mysterious race. Now, this would be the character, the Harronir character you've seen in the trailer, the cinematic, the big fancy cinematic. And this is Orwena. Alright? So, she is a part of the main questline, but barely. The Harronir are barely a part of this initial questline, like endgame, that it definitely feels like a 0.5, a 0.7, maybe a 0.1. I don't think they're a 0.1, personally. I think they're a 0.5 or a 0.7. But we'll have to see. So, this is Orwena in game. She looks great. Now, you can immediately pick out some features. Okay? Now, this goes into what do we know about the Alunathier. You probably, your initial vibes are feeling troll, feeling night elf, but let's start getting into the features themselves. So we got kind of large ears, not long, more wide than night elves. Also with troll ears are usually long. They are shorter than troll ears. Alright. They have this kind of bramble aesthetic here going on. Whips. Okay, you have these leaves here. So that's very interesting. And one of the things you're going to notice is these quills. Okay? And tusks. Okay? The eyes even look different. Look at the eyebrow as well. Now we're going to look more into it, but we also have clawed hands and these clawed feet. Okay, very interesting. Okay, very interesting. Okay, and then we got hair. Now, they do seem to be druids, which would make sense with the Elune connection. And they have a bat form. Okay, that's one of the forms we've seen. Notice the quills are a feature, ears, and then the tusks. But notice it's one of the more old school bats we got. Now, a little bit later, that reminded me, I'm going to have to show you a Batlow we know and something about these bats. So we'll talk about that later. But this looks very different than a Batlow we've seen. If you look at the nose. Alright. So we could be hinting at another bat lower. Or, I don't know, maybe they would call this a wild guy. But we'll get to what we'll move forward. So, what else do we know? So let's continue to look at the Harronir, because I want to show y'all more of what these look like. Clearly, these are going to be an allied race. 100% these are going to be an allied race. That's why I want to speculate on them. Alright, and as you can see, they got fur. They got fur. Shoulder quills. Alright, let's look at this. So we got shoulder quills, fur, again, shorter ears. Trolls and night elves have longer ears. Okay, remember that. But they do have normal feet option. Clawed hands, fur. Dude, I think my headphones are like fucking up. Now I need new headphones. Dude, this sucks. But then look at these feet. So they have a claw, a back claw. This is very, very interesting. So, but again, we got the fur. I really like them as an allied race. And then this would be maybe the heritage armor. Again, we got the thorns. We got some bones. They've literally been living down here in the depths, in the roots. You know, maybe there's a connection to the Emerald Dream. But I think this is really cool. Now let's look at, okay, so let's look at the different customizations. So, as you can see, again, shorter ears. Night elves have longer ears. Trolls have longer ears. You can have shorter ears now, but they normally do not. Okay? So, think about that. And then they got face fur. Look at that. How cool is that? And then we saw the two different feet. A couple of hair colors. They don't got a lot of hair colors, at least right now. And then there's a few hairstyles. So, or hair highlight colors. Here are the hairstyles. Again, so they got hair. And then you can go quills. Okay, look at these quills. Again, going from the top. Look at the eyebrows. You know, face. Again, shorter ears. Oh, I like that haircut. And then we got these shoulder quills in quill colors. Alright? Very interesting. So all the quills are on the top half. Not top half. The top, like, 20%. Okay? Shorter ears, you can go less quills, more quills. Alright? Then you only got a few skin colors right now. And then they got tusks. Alright? Interesting. And then, yeah, body fur. So here, look on the dudes. They got body fur. Very interesting. Again, the shorter ears, quills. These are just rough customizations. I just want to get y'all looking at kind of like the features of the race, because this is what we know. We know kind of what they look like. We know they're here to protect the roots. They've been here a long time. And they're druids, and they have big Elune connections. And then we know what they look like. Somewhat. So this is what we know. So, what don't we know? We don't know where their home area is, per se. Okay, we know it's somewhere down here, or around here. Okay, we don't even have the art of this zone here. So it's going to be somewhere around here. But again, we know their home is in the roots, but we haven't seen their home proper, so we don't know their full, like, Civ setup. You know? We don't know their history right now. We know they came here for the roots, but we don't know what they came from. We don't know what they've been doing here other than protecting the roots. What have they fought? They do have a history with the Black Blood, but they said it did, like I said in my one video, the Black Blood that was down here in the depths that the Nerubians are now using, they're trying to stop that, but the blood had been sitting here dormant just fine. They said the blood itself wasn't dangerous. Well, what the Nerubians are doing, well, they said it, I guess it could be dangerous, but just left there, it's fine. So they've been keeping an eye on that, so they've been here for a while. And they kind of know this area better than the Nerubians, which is interesting. Or at least this side. Alright. Or they at least keep this part of the area that. But we don't know a lot. Okay? And that's where we're going to get into theories and speculation. Okay? So let's bring this back up. Alright? So, one of the first things people thought, and I'm part of people, honestly. You take a look at these and you're instantly like, what is this? The troll night elf missing link? That was the immediately thought. So, you know, we have Dark Trolls. This is I'm using wowwiki.gg. It does have a new site that's on the GG, so I'm using the right one. So, we all know Dark Trolls eventually became Night Elves. Okay? This does not seem to be the middle point. I feel like the middle point, the missing link argument, don't work. Okay? Okay, we've moved from what we don't know. We're now in theories. We're in theories. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. So, I don't think these are the missing link between Dark Trolls and Night Elves. Alright? Now, let's talk about Drogbar. We kind of learned that Drogbar were made by the Titans. So, our Drogbar are like Proto-Trogs. Xalatath implies the Drogbar are failed Titan creations. I think we may want to learn more about the Drogbar. Personally, I don't think the Drogbar have a connection with the Harronir. As you can see, they don't have fur. They're more elemental base. And they just don't kind of fit. Okay? But I just wanted to talk about Drogbar, because we do see Drogbar down here. Alright? Let's talk about Elune. I feel like we've heard me talk about Elune a lot before. We see the Elunathier connections, the tree, the nature. We know they worship Elune. Okay, now we can get into my three theories. So, we're moving into my three theories, okay, for what these could be. Alright, we talked about what I don't think it could be. Now we're going to talk about what I think it could be. So, alright, Night Elves. We definitely see some kind of Night Elf vibe, but it would have been a Night Elf that's closer to the original Dark Trolls. So let's return to the missing link, okay? But we have to do more. We have to do more with this missing link. Say this missing link got a sign from Elune, like, yo, go to the roots. Some of these proto, like, these would have been night elves, or the somewhat in between point of night elves and trolls, still at the Fount of Elune, the Well of Eternity, around there. Then they go, yo, we need to go guard Elune. We're gonna go away from these proto night elves, like in the between, that they're still living at the well, and we're gonna go over here to the tree. And then those proto night elves that still had some troll features and had begun to get some night elf features, possibly, then live in this cavern and turn into what we see right here. So it could be night elves hooked up with, or what I'm calling cave elves. Okay? They could be cave night elves. Okay? Theoretically, in my mind. Is that my favorite theory? Nah. Okay? One of the theories that I think could be likely, okay? So let's think about dark trolls. Let's go back to the dark troll. Okay? We have dark trolls around the Well of Eternity turn into night elves. The Well of Eternity, which was affected by the Titans, but I still think has some Elune influence because of who the Night Elves worship. Okay? But let's go with that. So, the Dark Trolls around the Well of Eternity turn into the Night Elves, getting affected by the Titans. Okay? The Dark Trolls that came and hang out by the roots of Elune Fear got infused purely from life magic. So, Night Elves, Trolls, Order magic. Harronir, Trolls, life magic. Do you see what I'm getting at? So you take Dark Trolls, you put Order in them, you get Night Elves. You take Dark Trolls, you put life energy from the roots, you get Harronir. Okay? That is one idea I have for them. Could that be likely? I think that's more likely than my very fringe theory, but I really like it, that we're going to get to. Alright? But think about that. Okay? So we got Cave Elves, which would have been a group of Proto-Night Elves that came over from the well and hang out in the cave and turned into Cave Elves, or life-powered Dark Trolls versus Ordered-powered Dark Trolls, which became Night Elves. You see what I'm saying there? I hope I'm clear with that. Now, the third and final theory, the good one, to me. What other race has quills other than porcupines? It's literally in their name. Quill board. Okay? I think they have brambles in and thorns all over wherever they go. Okay? They have tusks. And guess what? They got fur. They got fur. They got 3 fingies. Okay, we've seen trolls get extra fingers. Okay? When adapted. Okay, it's got 2 toes. You can adapt that, get some more tootsies. Alright. Who is in charge in Harronir culture? Owena. Okay, it's matriarchal. The Quillbores are kind of matriarchal. Okay. You know who is the boss? Charga Razorfang, the crone, leader of the Razorfen tribe. All right, boom. Look it, these big people. And guess what? We have another connection. If you've done Razorfen Crawl, you know there's a bats in there. We know that they've done stuff with bat guano. All right. What kind of bats were in there? Bats very different than Harronir. Could we see another bat Loa that hangs out with these ones? The cave bats. Because Harronir is a vampire bat, okay? These bats look more like cave bats, okay? Quillbores. These could have been Quillbores that ventured forth. And here, think about this. Look at this. Look. Look. It's over here, right? Pandas and stuff over here. Mantid, Mogu. Okay, there's nothing with quills. There's, like, Faraki trolls came over here. You got bugs. Oh, but wait, what's right here? What's right here in Southern Kalimdor with quills? It's literally, they are not that far in the scheme of things from this area, okay? Especially if this was connected, the ancient, we could be getting Quillbore lore, okay? Freaking Quillbore, cave Quillbores changed by a loon, and they protected the roots. That's my fringe theory, okay? The one I would put my money on is the life-infused Dark Trolls. Okay? But I would love if it turned out to be, like, they don't tell us for a long time, and we start, like, trying to figure out, like, what the hell are you? And then we just see, like, a thing, and it's like, oh my god. They're pigs! Look at that! Do what you did to turn the Night Elves, or the Trolls and the Night Elves to them, you get freaking Harronir, in my mind. Because here's the thing, and I've talked about this in the Loon video, this is going to be the last thing. Because I've talked about this in the, or I didn't do in the Loon video, but I've talked about this before. Look at Cenarius. Who are described as his parents? Maloran and a Loon. What is Cenarius? Half elk or stag? Half night elf. A Loon is a night elf. A Loon looks like a night elf. You strap a Loon magic to a Quillbore, they turn into this thing. That's my theory. That's my crazy theory. Alright? And that's it. Thank y'all for watching me rant. Next week, it's spiders. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.